Attention passionate Dallas, cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, cowboys. Let's get to the news, folks. Today we're diving into some of the most intriguing rumors circulating around the NFL, specifically about the Dallas Cowboys and a potential blockbuster move that could reshape their defense and ultimately their chances at a deep playoff run. And believe me, this isn't just any rumor. It's one that's been whispered around NFL circles, and it involves none other than Patrick Surtain, the star cornerback from the Denver Broncos. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this really happening? Well, let's analyze the scoop and see what it could mean for Dallas, for Denver, and for the entire NFC landscape. The whispers come from sources like ESPN, and they suggest that the Broncos are considering trading Patrick Surtain. That's right, the same Surtain who's been a cornerstone for Denver's secondary since he was drafted 9th overall in 2021. And if you've been paying attention to his career, you know he's a top-tier talent, an All-Pro in both 2022 and 2023, consistently ranking among the best in the league in coverage. Over his career, he's accumulated a remarkable 16 interceptions and 56 pass deflections, which is no small feat. His PFF coverage grades have hovered around the 91, one mark clearly indicating his elite status. In the 2025 season, he posted 5 interceptions and 21 pass deflections, allowing just 45% of targeted passes to be completed against him, with an EPA per target of -0.32, placing him firmly among the top shutdown corners in the NFL. But as with any blockbuster rumor, there's context. The Broncos, currently sitting at 3-4, are in a bit of a rebuilding phase. They're prioritizing cap space, around $25 million, and looking to build around their young quarterback, Nix, who has shown some struggles but still has a lot of potential. The team's secondary, ranked 24th in the league, is giving up over 228 yards per game through the air, and Denver seems to be eyeing a rebuild that includes trading some of their veterans to free up cap space. Their focus appears to be on bolstering the offensive line, especially with the deadline looming on November 4th, which adds urgency to their decisions. They've also been linked to freeing up around $20 million in cap space, which they could use to invest in better protection for Nix and perhaps some key defensive pieces. Now that's where it gets even more interesting. The Cowboys, sitting at 4-3 and ranked 22nd in pass defense, are very much in the hunt for a shutdown corner to help their external coverage. Their secondary has been decent, but they've struggled against top-tier receivers, especially in man coverage. Adding a player like Surtain could be the perfect piece to solidify their secondary and elevate their entire defense. Think about it. Surtain's ability to neutralize top receivers, especially in man coverage, is exactly what the Cowboys need to take their defense to another level. With him on the outside, Dallas could better contain opponents' best pass catchers, which would allow their pass rush, led by Micah Parsons, to be even more disruptive. Parsons, who's been exceptional this season, benefits greatly from having a lockdown corner like Surtain to complement him, creating an even more formidable pass rush and secondary combo. And speaking of Parsons, his ability to blitz and generate pressure, up 19% in pressure rate, means he thrives when the secondary covers well. Surtain's presence would allow Parsons to focus more on rushing the passer rather than having to cover for blown assignments, which has been a problem at times this season. Plus, with Surtain's track record in limiting big plays, allowing just 45% completion on targets this season, he could be a game-changer in playoff scenarios, much like how Richard Sherman was during the Seahawks' Super Bowl run in 2013. The possibility of Surtain's addition could give the Cowboys a true X-factor in their secondary, a player who can not only shut down top receivers, but also boost their turnover margin, which has been a concern at times. Now let's not forget the strategic aspect. Denver's focus on rebuilding and cap management makes this move plausible, especially with the trade deadline approaching. They could see a significant return in a 2026 second-round pick, which fits their rebuild timeline and cap strategy. Meanwhile, the Cowboys could use Surtain to neutralize rivals like the Eagles, especially their top receiver Brown, who's already amassed over 800 yards this season. The potential to limit big plays and improve their overall coverage rank from 22nd to a much more respectable spot is huge. Dallas's defensive metrics suggest that adding Surtain could bump their win rate in simulated scenarios by around 14%, making them even more dangerous as they aim for a deep playoff push. And here's an interesting angle. There's some talk that Sean Payton's Broncos aren't sold on Surtain's odds of staying long-term, with odds of plus 13, 0 for him to leave. That's a long shot, but it indicates the Broncos might be open to offers, especially if they feel they can rebuild faster by trading their star corner. For the Cowboys, acquiring a player of Surtain's caliber would be a statement move, showing they're all in on contending right now. His ability to provide shutdown coverage externally, freeing up their safeties and allowing them to double-team other threats, could be the difference maker in an NFC that's wide open this year. Let's take a moment here. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now imagine the impact of Surtain in Dallas's secondary. He's a solidifying force, a player who could help create a dynasty. His presence alone would send a message to the NFC. The Cowboys aren't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. Looking at the bigger picture, this move, if it happens, would be reminiscent of some of the great shutdown corners in NFL history, players who elevate their entire team's defense and turn potential into championship reality. Surtain's track record suggests he could be that kind of player for Dallas. Already, he's projected to land at least 6 interceptions this season, surpassing his average of 4 per year, and that's just the beginning. His ability to lock down receivers, combined with Dallas's pass rush, could turn the Cowboys into one of the most feared defenses in the league come playoff time. The secondary would no longer be a liability, but rather a strength that complements their already potent pass rush. Of course, all of this hinges on whether Denver is truly willing to part ways, and whether Dallas is prepared to make a move that could define their season. But the signs are pointing toward a real possibility. The NFL is all about timing, and with the trade deadline just around the corner, teams are weighing their options. For Dallas, this could be the move that propels them from good to great, from playoff contenders to Super Bowl favorites. Surtain's elite coverage skills could allow Dallas to match up against any offense, from the high-flying Eagles to the aggressive 49ers. And let's not forget the importance of cap space. Dallas has been strategic with their contracts and cap management, making this kind of move feasible if they decide to go all in. The Cowboys already have a strong roster, but adding Surtain would be a clear statement that they're serious about chasing another Lombardi trophy. It's a move that could reshape the NFC East, making them even more formidable and leaving their division rivals scrambling to keep pace. So to sum it all up, this rumor about Patrick Surtain potentially heading to the Dallas Cowboys isn't just idle speculation. It's a strategic possibility that could bring a new level of elite shutdown ability to Dallas's secondary. With his proven track record, ability to neutralize top receivers, and the strategic needs of both teams, this move could be a game changer. It's the kind of move that, if it happens, would be talked about for years. The Cowboys are always looking for that edge, and Surtain could very well be the missing piece to their championship puzzle. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Surtain is the perfect fit for Dallas? Would you trade a second-round pick in 2026 for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news, rumors, and analyses. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep supporting our team and dreaming big, because the Cowboys are always aiming for greatness.